And welcome back to Campaigns of the Plains. This is Season 2 of our D&D campaign. Guys, you should know by now that every Friday we release new episodes on our YouTube channel. Of course, we're doing this campaign right now, but if you go back in our library, we also have Season 1 of our D&D campaign run by our very own Matt. We also have Monster of the Week, a different thing than a D&D thing. So if you guys like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Supernatural, any of those Monster of the Week shows, you're going to love ours because it's set in the 80s. And then we have our social medias down here, so make sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and I think we've done a couple of TikToks by now, probably. So make sure to go ahead and check those out. We really do appreciate you liking, commenting, subscribing. Helps out with the algorithm, helps us kind of get exposed a little bit. Speaking of exposed, Travis... cover it up, but let them know where they can listen to us.
Well, they definitely can listen to us wherever they can find a podcast. We are on Apple, we're on Google, we're on Spotify, we're on Amazon. We're pretty much anywhere you can find us. And we release those every Wednesday. We release them at 7 a.m. Central Time here in the States so that you can download it for your commute. Just wanted to give a shout out and a thanks to the state of Virginia, who so far has been one of our biggest supporters in the States. For our podcast, as well as the country of Germany. I don't understand how these things work out and why we're popular over there. I know I have a few friends over in Virginia, so hey, if it's you, thanks. Thanks to everyone who supports us and continue to support us. So catch us wherever you get your podcasts every Wednesday. And back to you, Josh.
Yeah, feeling down. Guys, this is episode 50. Hey, Alysia, what happened last episode?
Not a whole lot, honestly. It was a really slow episode. We didn't get a whole lot done, you know, lots of inner monologuing, things like that. But actually, though, too many Beckys on the dance floor. Becky, because Marquies uses that wild magic so efficiently, created 6 other Beckys. And they dogpiled on top of an unconscious Becky. I was getting there.
Okay.
Yay, wild magic. Oops, all Beckys. I was excited there was lots of Beckys. And also a pile of Beckys equal rough terrain. And then Becky is dead. And then I wrote shit in all capitals, and then I circled it. Milos got mad and cast Fireball, and when he did that, his leg tattoo got bigger. It's not really a tattoo, but that's how Ellie described it, so that's what we're going with. I tracked some Poppy health. The ship is now on fire. Marquies is down. Marquies is up. Marquies is down. Marquies is up. Marquies is down. Send help! Body Snatcher. Marquies fell off the ship, and the boat's on fire, and that's my last note. So as you can see, not a whole lot happened. Really slow game. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Last game,
Everything's fine, though. We're totally fine. Everything's fine.
A figure from Marquies' past came to reclaim his body, and the ensuing battle left Becky dead, and their ship on fire, and Marquies unconscious multiple times. the fire had raged enough to start to definitely affect the structure of the boat. And with a well-placed Poppy into Garuda form, burst of cyclone energy, Marquies was forced off the boat through the wall and is now plummeting to the sands below as Din leaps out of the hole and attempts to catch up with his body. That's where we'll start here. So, we're out of combat. And Din, you are now flying towards Marquies' unconscious body, but you do see that there is a figure, like, flowing to him as well. So we're going to make this a chase scene. A mini chase scene. Because you have no control over your body, your unconscious body, Marquies. I am going to say that we are roughly, as the ship was going down at this time, about 120 feet from the ground. Okay. Well, from the sand below. So you guys...
It'll be soft when your body hits it.
You guys will have roughly 3 rounds to catch his body. Or to do anything else you want to do.
He has 1 failed death save, too.
Yes.
Oh, thanks for the reminder.
I just needed to make sure everything stayed kosher with what happened.
I'm pretty sure, even though the sand is nice and soft, that 160-foot drop.
Yeah, no, I think that's going to be a real solid.
Oh, I can hear it. I can hear it making noise.
You can shake the leather bag that is Marquies and hear the bones rattle. Just in time for Halloween.
Touching these bones.
Bag of bones.
So,
I was right. He's a skeleton.
let's go ahead and roll initiative between you and me, Din.
15.
You beat him, so you will get to move first. Now you are moving at the same speed, or because you have wings, you have a little bit of an advantage since you're not falling, you're flying.
Is he falling?
What's that?
Is he falling?
The person that's trying to catch up? Yes, he's currently falling. Or diving. He's kind of straightened his body out, put his arms to the side, and is diving straight towards Marquies.
Okay, I'm gonna dive too.
You're gonna dive too?
Dive, whatever.
So you're kind of tucking your wings to try to
Who's gonna go faster?
nose dive?
Dive.
Alright.
60. I was gonna do the bear thing again, but that's falling, so. Thing where I turn into a bear and then.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Skydiving bear.
Well, but it'll be slower, so.
Yeah, you have a lot more surface area to slow your... create more drag as a bear.
I'd be faster just diving.
Turning yourself into a missile right now is probably...
Bear missile.
Oh my god.
That was my first thought. I wanted to fucking.
I want to see that
this
happen
guy
sometime. But...
You've just jumped out of the window. You have your action.
It's a bonus to fucking turn into
You
a
have
bear.
your bonus action as well.
Oh no.
Swipe in midair. Should I do it?
Slap him
I
away.
mean, I don't know. You do you.
Do what you gotta do.
Then I'd be slower though if I turn into a bear. That's what I'm worried about. No, I'm just gonna dive after him.
Just gonna dive after him. Okay.
Yes.
So in this chase scene, I will say that actions as movements, we're not doing that. So you get your movement and you can do an action.
How far away is she from Marquies?
So Marquies has a head start. He is roughly about 80 feet away since he was forcibly ejected.
Forcibly.
And his stiff body is kind of rotating really wildly.
That was slowing down.
Since
He's taking planking to an extreme, guys.
I'm really working on my core right
just
now.
diving at him.
Mhm.
Okay. So this figure is going. So you have 60 feet, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
No,
this
I have 40 while flying, actually.
40 while flying.
I'm changing them. I'm going to change it to my snake,
Changing it into your snake.
which does have 60.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So, you, as you're jumping out of the window, you use your action to change into your snake form, and you guys see as Din shrinks down, goes into winged snake form, and darts out the hole in the wall, folding her wings kind of tight to the body, so that way.
Falling snake.
Yep. Falling winged snake.
Like a spear.
Yep.
Like-
I hope the snake is like straight body.
Spear snake.
Wait,
Snake
is that
missile.
Toby?
We went from bear missile to snake missile. I love it.
Oh my god, this is great.
So yeah, you have 60. So you
There we
gain
go.
60 on him. So there's about 20 feet between you and Marquies. This figure is going to straighten out and try to chase as well. And he can dive 35. So he'll use his action to dive 35. And you'll still be in range. He sees you, like, pass him as this snake. He sees this snake, like, just shoot by him. So he reaches to one of his many belts, this one on his waist, to grab out a couple of daggers.
The fuck? You stabbed my snake body.
And he's going to try to toss a dagger at you.
That's not good.
Well, toss a couple daggers. Well, he'll start with one dagger. See what it does. Does a 14 hit the snake?
I have 14, so that's yes.
So it's a yes. Okay. So the snake takes 4 piercing damage.
Oh shit! No, that does not kill me.
Okay, so then he tosses the other dagger.
Would he have disadvantage because they're falling through to throw something? He's actively throwing it away from the thing.
I'm not going to get that much into physics, so...
Sorry, I was just thinking about, if you're throwing a dagger down, the wind is coming up at you. Sorry, go ahead.
The shadow daggers, so...
Oh, okay. That's
magic. Yeah. We're going to explain that away.
Sure.
So that's a 14 on a die, so that's a 17. No, 18.
Yeah.
So... That is 3 points of
There
piercing
we go.
damage.
Now I'm on a snake form.
Alright. So the snake goes poof back into Din. That is his turn. So you're back into Din form. Marquies falls another 40 feet this round. So you gained 60 on him. You had a difference of 20, so he's 60 away. So you can make it to him if you'd
I'm
like.
gonna get him. I'm gonna grab him.
Okay. So you're using your movement to get to him. Your action, are you slowing your movement? Are you trying to grab him? Stop him from... Grab him first?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're trying to... It takes you a couple of seconds while he is stiff boarding in air, just moving all around, catching all kind of drafts. And it takes you a minute to right him in a way where you can grab him, and you end up putting his feet first, so you got him feet first in front of him, head
Use him
behind
like
him.
a surfboard. Does he have to roll death saving throws during this?
This is a couple of seconds, so we will do one at the end of this fall, because this fall is happening. I'm not gonna call it
relatively fast.
Yeah, I'm not gonna call it around. It's happening fast. We'll call the whole thing around.
She doesn't catch him, he dies.
It's
She
an
catches
action
him.
to grab him, I suppose.
Yeah, yep. It'll be an action to kind of secure him and grab him so that you are not falling with him.
If I pulled a potion out of bandolier, is that a bonus or is that an action?
So we're doing movement action as part of the chase scene. So next round you'd be able to pull as an action, pull a potion.
Okay.
Wild
Out of the bandolier?
Wild magic.
Does that work? Is that an attunement item, or is that just you use it?
I was just gonna throw something at him. Okay.
This looks like it could heal him.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was gonna throw the guy behind me.
Oh.
I don't know what it is.
I just didn't know if the wild magic still worked because she pulls it. Okay.
Just start throwing random potions at the guy behind you.
That's very dim. That's on brand.
Oh boy! I love the chaos of last episode. Here we go.
I think you'd like that idea. That's something was a bonus action.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be your action because we're doing movement action as part of the chase scene. So it's his turn. It's going to fall another 35 feet. So I've got a math 70 feet. So he is roughly 25 behind you now. So still within range. He is going to.
No, that's not right. How many feet did Marquies fall? 40?
No, he fell 40 this round.
And he was 60 feet away from them to begin with, and the guys only moved 35 feet each round, so he's only moved 65 feet.
But he was 20 feet out with Shadow Step.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep. Because he had used his magic to Shadow Step out.
Right.
To try to get closer to.
Potions, have they been good or bad when you toss them, or is it just, I have no idea.
He usually tosses good ones at us.
He tosses good ones?
He's been tossing good ones from the bandolier.
You've seen him do the spiderweb one a few times too.
You've seen you've definitely seen White Fang several times.
Mm-hmm.
So that one you
That's
probably
like
know where it's
that's
like,
offensive, right?
yeah.
Like from your
White Fang?
bandolier, specifically?
The kind of
Blizzard,
blizzard
yeah.
one that he does.
White Fang causes ice damage.
Was that from your bandolier, though? Or was
Yeah.
that just a... Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, you've seen that. I'm assuming she'd be able to see like what. I don't know how visible the potions are.
The potions themselves are like in the bandolier, so she'd have to take some time to like.
Covers up the.
Yeah, the leather
So
covers
you'd
up
have
the
to
bandolier.
pull it, which would engage the.
Yeah.
I mean, YOLO, right?
That's what I was thinking.
I mean, I can have it so you just roll like a d4 to just guess which one.
That's what I was... Because I don't know if I mostly saw good ones or bad
Sounds
ones
good to me.
somewhere. So would I toss it at you or would I toss it at him? If I did it.
Pull it out and see.
Yeah.
Look at it and make a decision.
So he's gonna toss a
You
couple
have him
daggers
describe
at
it to
you.
and then-
Just fucking YOLO.
Yeah.
Oh well. Or you.
That is 14 plus 4 is 18.
Yeah.
And then second dagger is only a 6. That's a better roll. That is 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
That's his turn, so it's your turn.
I'm gonna slow down.
Okay, movement is slowing down.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna reach in and chuck something at him.
All right, so you're reaching to the bandolier on Marquies' chest and unfastening one of the straps, pulling out a potion. Yeah, I would say that it would be at random here since it's just like you're just going in and grabbing one. So let's do the D4. We'll see which potion it is.
Wanna do the G4?
What do you got?
2.
Okay. 2 is Hermes sandals.
Oh, good. Okay.
Which I've only used like
A couple times.
A couple
Like,
times.
Because you've used
Yeah,
it
a
on
couple
me,
times.
you've used it on like
Mostly
Oran
on
or
like
something.
Asher.
Asher, and I think he used it on Milos once.
I thought I used one on you once.
Is that this haste one? Or
No, I
Yeah.
think he's only ever done it to Din and
Yeah, I think it's
Asher.
Oh, I thought you got it once.
I think these two.
So did I
think
recognize
so.
that one then?
You might.
I mean, once it's out, yeah.
Yeah.
Would you recognize it before you threw it? So
Oh,
you
I
could
just
just-
have to throw it at him too, so I'd have to aim. So I'm like,
Well, would you recognize it before you threw it so if you know if it was a good thing or a bad thing?
What, D20 to try? Or
You
D2
could-
to try?
You could, like, what would be like a perception check or something? Does this look like a good thing that I've had thrown at me?
I would say it would be a history check to remember
Yeah, I like that.
remember what.
I don't have anything to
Well, and
disagree.
who knows? Like, the bandolier effect could cause...
Yeah, Bandolier may change the potion.
You just turn into Mammoth and plummet
Oh
to the
my
universe.
god, no!
But you have a lot of HP.
I was honestly
Well, would
looking
I
at that.
become a mammoth?
I don't know.
A
No,
dead mammoth?
No,
unconscious
unconscious
creatures
character.
cannot become.
Yeah, they're
projectable.
objects, not
Oh,
creatures.
so she just lands on you as a mammoth.
Okay, so if I remember it.
Yep.
It's fucking dead. Yeah.
I don't. It's a 2.
Chuck it at him.
You don't know what this potion
We're
is.
throwing that at him.
Throwing a
Wait,
potion.
no, I'll do evens and odds for that then, since I don't know. Right?
You have no idea what this potion
Yeah, even
is.
it's odds if you decide what you want to do with it.
Odds means it goes to him. It's us.
Chuck it.
So make me a range attack, which would be your and you are proficient with ranged weapons, so
Okay.
it would be your dex and your proficiency modifier.
It's a nat 1.
Oh,
Whee!
It's gone.
It's
I'm
gone.
sorry, it's
Potion's
gone.
gone.
what about the magical effect?
The magic effect goes off. So we're gonna have Paige roll for it. It was it's a D8 for the effects, right? Yep. So bring on my
Okay.
D8.
Yeah, it's an 8.
It's an 8.
Oh, well, it's if you land a killing blow, you gain a level.
Oh.
Oh,
Is that what Milos did?
Oh,
Yeah.
I've gotten that before. Yeah.
Yep. Well, it's a good thing that he didn't get
Yes.
that potion.
Yeah.
It's a
Oh.
haste, and if he,
Yeah,
if
that
you
would've-
brought him
yeah.
back up and he killed him, he would gain a level, and I would have to level this NPC up, which would be interesting
Okay, it's if
mid battle,
If he killed somebody.
huh?
If he killed somebody.
I
Of
mean,
course it's full.
He's working on it.
Sure.
getting there.
Of course it's plummet.
So you have stopped. So he is. Are you slowing or are you stopping?
Oh, I was gonna back up.
Okay, you're gonna try to start flying up?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. So.
I used your potion, I'm sorry. I want to see what would happen.
I never used the Hermes sandals out of that one, so I should probably remember to mark it off.
He will. He's gonna fall. He's gonna chuck a couple more daggers at you, though, on his way down.
Stop.
Because that's what he can do. Natural 19, so it's like 23.
Mhm.
And a 15 plus 4 is 19.
Yes.
So, dagger.
Is that hitting me?
Just another 4. So, a 4 and a 5 piercing damage.
Jesus.
Alright.
So tattoo.
He's just gonna look at you, Din, and say... He's gonna yell at you because he's falling. Keep him safe for when we meet next.
Flip him off. Fuck off.
Yeah, he...
Did he
Looks
just
like-
fall?
What's that?
he can't fly.
He can't fly. It looks like he's about to hit the dunes. Very last second, you see a shadow appear where he was.
Oh.
And you look down on the ground and he's standing up just staring at you. And the shadow falls and goes splat on the sands.
Okay. I'm still flipping him off as I go.
Fair enough. So, as you're carrying him back to the boat, yes, it is time for a death saving throw from Marquies.
Don't die in my arms.
Oh no.
Natural
I
20
just
and you
died
kissed
in
Din.
your
Nope. Gotta change your cadence.
All right.
Join the dead.
Yeah.
Again?
Oh man,
Oh
yeah.
God.
You
15.
can only kill 2 Sturzingers.
Okay. So we have 1 fail, 1 save. All right. So you make your way back to the boat. Those on the boat, the fire is raging.
Ellie is controlling flames and just extinguishing them as she's wandering around the boat. Go away! Get out of here! My bed!
All right, you're doing that. I'm assuming Milos is frostbiting things.
Yeah, I will. If I can spend all of my sorcery points, I'm assuming we're probably going to take a risk. So I'm willing to burn all of that if it gets us to put out the flame faster, and also try and salvage the ship before it potentially goes down.
Okay.
I do have a tidal wave, but I'm just afraid that might damage the ship.
Right.
So that would get a lot, but I'm just gonna produce the control plane.
Can you control the water with tidal wave, or is it just like smashing?
No,
No,
it just smashes.
I'm walking up as I'm going up, and I'm going up the ship, and I'm putting the flyers out on the deck.
Well, I think we'd probably you're the only person that knows how to steer.
Yeah,
We'd probably
I'm trying to
get up
head back
there.
up so that I can catch Din and Marquies when they come back up. Hopefully they come back up.
We'll find out, won't we? All right. So you're controlling plane.
Clink, get a bucket of water.
Clink looks around, and then looks back at you, and you just see question marks,
Put the fire out.
No.
question marks, and he goes over and takes his one arm and starts smashing the wood.
No. Stop.
Hands up.
You just go back to what you were doing before. No smashing.
Rolls the hand back in.
Good job. Get out of here, fire!
Asher, what are you doing?
I don't have any ways to put out the fire. My sword has water damage. Can I swing it around and would water fly off of it, or is more of it's an effect as with the hit?
Yeah,
Just get a
So you should be
blanket.
doing more damage to the ship.
Just get a blanket and start smothering it.
What if you?
Oh, that's a good idea.
What if you grabbed a pillow and hit the pillow with the sword?
I would just have a wet pillow.
Yeah, wet feathers just
Right.
plump onto the ground.
You would extract water.
Just smother it out with a blanket. That's a good way to put fire out too. We've got
I
the
guess.
big heavy camping blankets that we have with us. Those would work to smother a fire.
I imagine that's all I really could do. I'm in the room that Din and Marquis just flew out of, right?
Yes.
Where there is no fire. Can I see what's going on?
Yeah, you see Din just turn into a snake and then go barreling towards Marquis, who's just free falling, and then that person is following her and tossing these daggers at, and you see her poof out of snake form.
Damn, you speared my snake.
Um,
Jesus.
Before I leave the room, could I scream at Din bring him back? I can cure him, and then run to the hallway with his mattress or his blanket and just start
On her way out, yeah, you could have been bring him back,
bring him back to me.
Asher, bring Becky upstairs.
Or put out the fire.
We'll put out the fire first.
I think there's a lot of fire.
Make sure Becky's not on fire.
She's fine. She's in the room that's not on fire.
Okay.
I'll put. Can I put her in the bed so she doesn't fall out the window, as the ship's going or out the hole?
I mean, putting her on the
Is it
ground
like
would
a captain's
probably
bunk where
be
there's,
a
like, a
better.
drawer? I can put her under the bed.
Just put her in my room.
File her
The
away?
fire's out in there. Just put her in my... There's no hole in my room. The fire's out.
I'll just fireman carry her very sexy in my helmet and my leather gloves and my underwear.
Yep.
It's quite a scene.
And a loincloth.
And Ellie's in her friggin' chocobo onesie with scorch marks on it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Very
I also
happy
have a
about-
onesie. Maybe I'm in that.
Oh my god, this scene is amazing.
So yeah, you guys work on
Can
putting
you
out the
put
flame.
fire?
No!
She's resistant to fire.
Please put her dead body down.
Okay.
Araha is going to on you, Asher, because he can't really. Besides going around with a blanket himself, he's going to cast bar fire on you.
Okay.
That way, while you're putting out the fire, you're not taking any damage. Yeah, too much damage from it. So, but yeah, you guys start to work on that, and then Din, where are you taking Marquies?
I assume to the top.
To the top? You take him to the deck?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wait, is the deck on fire? Can I see that?
Yeah,
I mean-
the fire has started to spread up to the
I'm making
the
my
deck
way that
blower
way.
is starting to
I'm
spew
making my...
flames, and Ellie is up there right now.
Oh, if I can see Ellie and there's like a clear space, yeah, I'll go for it.
Okay.
Top.
All right. So you drop Marquise off, and before that, Marquise, I need one more death saving throw.
Shit!
One for on the way down, and one for on the way back.
Come on, Marquise. Come on.
Don't die.
It's been really awkward. You went through all that trouble.
Natural 20. Natural 20. Only good vibes here.
17.
17. It's another success. All right. So Din comes back, stiff Marquise in hand,
Okay.
and lays him on the deck.
Ellie runs over and puts her hands on his little leather face and kisses the beak of his snoot and casts Cure Wounds.
Wait, you told me to bring it to you? Or?
Why does it just bring him back to us?
I'll bring
I
it
can.
At second level,
I didn't know
so...
what spell slot she had left.
No!
I have one left.
You're still inside the ship though, right?
I'm in the ship with Becky's body,
Oh.
putting out fires as I go upstairs.
13 health.
All right.
Please don't be dead. I can't take more death.
Don't be more dead.
Don't be more dead.
Doesn't wake up.
I can't tell if your eyes are open because I can't see in the mask. Are you alive? Just shakes him.
Dies.
Roll an attack roll.
Marquise, do you respond?
Well, am I still like paralyzed?
We're out of combat. It'll eventually wash its way out of your
Okay.
system.
Let me just take a good piss.
I imagine if you died, you probably
What?
killed yourself.
I just drop you.
And
Becky's dead.
now's not the time for jokes.
No, she's really dead. Actually, very deceased.
Where?
Downstairs. She's in my room.
I kind of like try and like hobble back up.
No,
Oh,
you're
my
almost dead. You can't do anything.
No, I'm feeling a little bit off, but I think I'll make it.
We need to put the fire out. The ship's also on fire. You missed a lot.
Don't think you missed the flash of fire, but yeah, the ship has taken
The
a
flash of
lot
fire.
of
I do distinctly remember fire.
waking up, seeing fire all around, going unconscious again.
Why did that guy
This was
say...
one of the last memories I had.
Why did that guy say you stole his body?
I don't think that now's a good time,
Becky's dead,
according to all of this.
and the ship's on fire.
Where?
Because of this guy who is here for you.
Okay, but where is everyone else? Are they
Well,
okay?
Milos is over there. Milos is just like, ice, ice,
Baby.
ice.
And I'm yelling over my shoulder, stop talking and fucking fix the ship!
Oh, right! Go away, fire!
Bad fire. Bad.
As you're using these sorcery points up, Milos, that itch, that internal itch turns into a burning, and that metal spreads further and further up your leg until it's about halfway up your side.
Oh no.
Do I notice this, or is it just like
You do.
does it?
Every time you're using those sorcery points, it spreads further and further, but the ship is on fire. It's up to you on if you... I'll say you notice it after the first, 2 sorcery points that you spend, so whether or not you want to spend the rest...
depends how much of the fire is going out. Does it seem like we're overcoming the fire, or does it seem like we are just like putting band-aids on gushing wounds?
At this point, I mean, you've secured the back cabin, but the fire has definitely spread to the front, so you're gonna have to work towards like the mid to front of the boat, and it has started to spread to the deck, but Ellie is doing her best, besides healing Marquies, to try to like put out the flames as well.
If I can tell that we're not going to be able to save the ship, if I don't, I will continue to burn sorcery points, even if it's like excruciatingly painful. I don't care. It is more important to save the burning ship.
Okay. Yep. So
Do I know what kind of abilities my Mist Dragon has?
so your Mist Dragon, unfortunately has an obscure, like a fog ability. Also has a, rejuvenation ability.
What does that mean?
So within its foggy aura, anybody who, it's kind of like your spirit. Anybody that begins their turn in the aura regains 1d8 of HP.
Okay. I sit Poppy on top of Marquies, and I turn it into a Mist Dragon. I sit it next to Marquies because I forgot it was Marquies, and I turn it into a Mist Dragon. Just sit here and heal him.
So the
That looks like
chibi
you
Mist
can
Dragon that
vapor
is
rub.
medium sized,
Cast vapor up on
With his little bow tie.
with his little bow tie,
That's so cute. Oh my god.
starts to the fog starts to roll and it levitates, so it doesn't, like, you could put it on top of
Okay.
Marquise if you really want, but there is a solid figure above you, and except for the mist that's like rolling down on top of you.
Probably pretty refreshing feeling.
I have a good idea. Well, I don't know if it's good, but I have one. That is an idea.
For what? Go away, fire. I'm just sitting here I don't have to be by the fire. I'm
No.
doing this while I'm talking to him.
I'm gonna go to the controls.
No, you're gonna stay here in the healing Mist Dragon.
We'll send the Mist Dragon with me.
Oh.
You made chibi, so I had to.
Make him a cute noise.
Yep.
What?
I'm following him too as I'm putting the fires out.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to go to the controls. I want to see if I can find anything that looks like some sort of like emergency, like, oh shit, the ship's in trouble. Maybe like a fire suppression or something. I don't know. This seems like a pretty high tech thing. Maybe there's something that can help here.
So you go to the screen, and there are already like lights flashing in this room, and like there are warnings popping up on the screen as you get there. And the screen, unfortunately, is saying abandoned ship.
Oh.
Is there water down there anywhere?
I don't think so.
Can we look? Is there some sort of like even like an oasis or some shit in this desert?
From where you guys are landing, like you go out onto the deck, and the deck is now like, you know, you kind of have to like hold yourself on the deck.
So we're crashing,
Yeah,
but slowly.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I still have like one plan.
How many D8s does he get while this dragon's healing him?
So it's for 3 rounds. It's 3d8s.
That's good. $16.
Oh, damn. Okay, well, while I'm looking...
But yeah, you...
Do I get it too if I'm in the aura?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Just because, like, I don't want to, like,
I got
try and yell. 'cause
I imagined you to.
wind gusts probably pretty loud. Over the link pearl. Milos, do you know of any oasis or water that in this area that we might make some sort of a controlled crash?
You can take
I mean, Matt doesn't, but Milos probably would.
Are we heading towards an oasis?
Go ahead.
We don't know that the ship changed course.
Go ahead and give me, let's say a history.
I just know there's
yeah, a
sand below
history
us.
check.
We're probably...
We're crashing, so we're gonna have to walk.
That is a 15.
15. So you know that this is West Zenubia Desert, and you're barely across the border, headed towards. You could head east towards the oasis, but it's gonna be a jaunt. And the last you checked on the screen, the distress signal was closer to the south, but yeah, and as far as water goes, West Zenubia is not a place to get lost in.
I have no idea, like, the trajectory, right, of what this ship is going towards. Like, would I know, even if we could, like, steer it in a direction, if it is really going to do much? Like, can I tell any of that?
No, you know, out here, it's dunes. It's, perhaps cave systems below the sand that might have water underneath the caves, but no surface level water or anything like that.
I will report that exactly. There's nothing around here for water, unless we, like, make a journey into town. Because how far would Brobnir be from, like, the area we are now? Is it like a day's journey? Is it like a couple hours?
No, roughly from where you're at right now, since you guys had steered south, Brobnir is like a good 2.5, maybe 3 day journey if you guys don't get lost in the desert.
Why do you need
Gotcha.
water? To put the fire out? I think that the Milos and we're getting it. It's just destroying. It's just destroyed a lot.
It's destroyed a lot.
Yeah. I don't think the issue is water. I think the issue is the ship is wrecked.
Well, trees.
Shipwrecked.
We're in a desert.
Yes. And
We need
trees grow around water. So if we crash near trees in a desert, which is where the water is, then we might be able to have your
How
friend
far
prepare
do
the ship.
we-
So I'm trying to see if I can steer this as best as I possibly can, so that we crash and don't completely all die when we do.
How far are we from the ground?
You guys are coming up on like 60 feet now.
Like, should we just brace?
I don't think
at
we're
this point?
steering this anywhere.
Pull up Bruce.
Right? Like, I think at this point it's more of how can we survive, not...
Ellie comes over
like, I
and
am
hits
basically
up.
just
Does
trying
it-
to
does it
control
up?
the fall.
What's that?
Does it up when Ellie hits up?
You hear the rudders like turn up, but like you also like those of you in the ship hear like a hard as like gears are turning to
I
like.
think it's a brace for impact kind of thing. Like, we're
Yeah,
going to
I
hit it.
think that we're going to hit we're
Yeah.
crashing.
That's why I said a controlled crash. I'm aware we're going down, but if
It
I
does-
can make this as...
Start to pull the nose up as you guys are coming down. So instead of a
Now we're not
straight
going to
nosedive,
crash
you guys
this
start
way.
like very slowly, like the nose starts to come up as you're coming down.
Either way, we're going down, but this way it's going to hurt less.
Could you? I get really close to you and push the link pearl. Everybody brace! We're gonna hit the ground.
I will hit my link pearl after I hear that. Did you hit the landing button? Did you try that?
What are they saying? Are they saying anything?
Landing button?
This one.
It puts out the struts. I mean, you guys are still coming down. You're about 40 feet from the ground now.
Hold on to something.
Am I close to Becky's body?
Yeah, you're.
I will,
sort of
like, get into a corner and, like, I guess hold her.
hold her like against a
and, like,
bed or something.
Yeah, so, like, brace both of us.
Sure.
So she doesn't, like, get beaten up.
This desk is like bolted to the ground, right?
Yep.
Ellie sits next to it, holds it, and grabs Marquies' hand. You want to
Oh, yeah.
crash through a window, buddy? I mean,
Yeah,
you already
I'm-
crashed through a wall today, so you know.
I don't think he knows that. I think he was dead.
Nope,
for that
I don't.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
He doesn't know that he has been outside.
Can you imagine this in Marquies' point of view? Like, you
What?
get stabbed, you like go unconscious, you wake up, everything's on fire, you get stabbed again,
It's been
you
a day.
go unconscious, you wake back up, and some dude's got his like clawed gauntlet in his chest. Things are still on fire. You go unconscious again. You're falling through there. You're being carried back up, rather. Oh no, you're on the
You're
deck
on
of
the deck
the
of the
ship.
Now you're on the deck of the ship.
Yep.
You're like, do I know how to teleport?
There's a big hole in your room, and you rolled out of it while you were unconscious. But didn't save you, so it's okay.
No, she cast Yeet on you.
Oh, wow.
But also brace for impact.
Yeah, yeah.
So Din and Milos, you hear that as well, and Rahati is like, he's looking like out the window, out the hole in the wall.
Milos and Oraha are inside.
Yep.
Still?
Yep.
I was outside, so
Yeah, you're on the deck? Are you?
who's you? You probably went under then.
I'm like in the I think I'm in your
he's
room.
in my room holding Becky.
So like
Yep.
I'm
You
in
guys
the
went-
bowels
you
of the
went
ship.
inside then.
I'm inside of the cabin where the control center is with Marquies.
Yep.
And you're on the deck. I think Milos is on the deck now.
Mm,
No, he's still in the cabin.
he's still in the
Because
cabin.
I was putting fires out on the top.
Or
Yep.
after you inside, or fly up, whichever. No, I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna go. Oh, I guess I'll go use the cabin.
Din
That's
just
all.
like raises up off the ship and watches it crash.
Bye.
If I heard brace, I'll go to the cabin with them.
You going ducking down into the cabin?
Yes.
Come, Din, join our pile.
We're bracing, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn into a bear and then grab you guys.
Oh, snuggles!
Yeah, Raha looks at you, Milos, and is like looking outside the window, or the hole, rather, the impromptu window, and is like, how close are we to the ground?
Like 30 feet?
And he looks at whatever you're grabbing onto, and also grabs onto you and it. So
And I just pull him in and bear hug him to try and shield him a bit from.
Gay.
all right. So you guys brace, and suddenly you feel the ship try to right itself a little bit more, but suddenly the butt hits the back of a sand dune, and it kind of rocks forward a little bit anyway, and it slides down, and inside the cabins,
Everybody do the Star Trek thing.
Whoa!
Whoa!
I need to be extra because I'm a bot.
Yes.
I'm holding on to you. I'm
Yeah,
cradling
Astra's
you.
holding
Yeah.
you.
I know, but my
Yeah.
arms are still.
Becky's gonna be so mad she missed being cradled by
smack
Asher,
Asher in the
honestly.
face. Yep. But yeah, eventually you come to a halt. Those of you down in the cabins, the boat is now nose first. And it's very awkward to try to right yourselves for a second after all of this massive jolting. And you see, as you look outside of the hole, that most of the front of the ship is buried in the sand.
I just look at these two. Another happy landing.
We can't have anything nice, can we?
Well, let's down below. We should see if they're okay.
I get really close to your ear again and push the talk thing. Is everybody alive?
Not Becky.
Oh.
What'd they say?
Thanks for that.
What'd they say?
Becky's dead.
I know. She's been dead. She's been dead since...
About 20 seconds ago.
Yeah.
I mean, you asked, so.
That's true. Bring Becky up top. I try to figure out how to right myself in the cabin to get out of it.
Yeah, you have like once you let go of the desk or the bear lets go of you, either one, you like have to like slide down to the doors, and the doors, you know, open inwards, so you have to like heft them up and push them into the room itself.
Have the bear help me.
Huh?
Have the bear help me.
The bear just woof, and like slides down, takes a claw and like flips the door open.
This is awkward.
Like right outside of the door, though, is sand.
Oh! We should have gotten insurance.
What the hell is insurance?
I don't know. I read about it in a book once.
Yeah.
Some people keep trying to contact me.
Yeah, if you break your carriage and you've got the insurance in the stable hand, well, they'll fix it for you for just like a small fee, a smaller fee than you know what. Never mind.
Anyway,
It's a scam. Don't worry about it.
what are we gonna do now? We don't have a ship and we don't know where we are.
I mean, how far away
And we still
from
haven't
where we...
slept, and that bad guy is somewhere.
That's very true. We're probably not safe at the moment. But we at least have a destination. Nico might be able to help with this. I don't know how much he has experience with airships, but he's good at fixing things.
What are we gonna do with Becky?
I mean, I'm sure there are healers in Brobnir, but that's days away.
She's
Do
beyond
any of
healing.
you?
Milos, she's beyond healing. She's, you know.
I understand that. There are stronger magics, I'm sure. I don't know if any of us can do any of them. I don't think so. But we might be able to find someone. I don't know.
I mean, I could try something. But I don't know how to raise anybody from the dead, because that's not really what summoners do. But I have summoned a hero that has healed us before, so maybe she can raise somebody from the dead.
It's worth a shot.
Okay. So there's some other bits about this. If I do it, it takes a little piece of my soul. But that's okay.
What?
It's for Becky, so it's okay. And I'm not proficient in doing it yet, so it might summon a bad guy who will try to kill us. But that's not a high percentage. I don't think.
I will
What?
turn
I saw a
to...
smile.
And 3, I have this bracelet, which I've recently discovered has a latch on it, so I can take it off.
I will look to Araha and Marquies and say, can either of you do anything? Is that something either of you can do? I don't want to... I feel like Ellie's is the last resort. I don't think she should do it, but it's her soul. I mean, I'm not going to tell her she can't.
I unfortunately do not have anything that's this high power to bring anybody back from the dead.
Does anyone have anything to preserve her body? Any magic? Or, I mean,
Sorry.
her fireflies are starting to...
Sorry, it's not in my wheelhouse.
I've not been able to come up with something to bring someone back. I can only prevent death as much as possible.
Would I know if, like, my itinerary, like, if that is a pocket dimension, if that's, like, out of time, could we use it as a storage closet? How, like...
You know that when
guess
you
once I'm
close the door,
Okay.
it forces anything that's not part of
Meant to
your
be there.
atelier
Okay.
out.
Well, if we take Becky, and I don't want to say this to be rude, but if we swaddle her up in cloth and walk with her for 2 days in a desert, she's gonna start to rot. So we need to come up with a plan. And also, every day we keep her body and her soul here, we get closer and closer to summoning a fiend. I can send her, but she wouldn't come back then. Or I can try to bring her back.
If we wrapped her up and buried her in the sand, would that help preserve her?
I mean, it draw the moisture out of her body, so she'd probably turn into a mummy.
Oh, she would love that.
Oh boy.
But if we don't send her, then she will still eventually turn into a fiend. Or we can go find another section of Livestream and pull her soul back from it. Shove back in her body. I don't know if that'll work. That's just... It seemed like maybe that could work.
Actually, it's not a bad idea.
I mean, I was actually, while we were crashing, wondering if we could find a way to anchor your soul to that body and make it harder for that guy to steal it out of there.
Well, it is.
Make it more your body, Move the old
That
guy
is
out.
something that I've been kind of wondering about.
I don't know a lot about soul stuff because my job is to make everybody go to the live stream. So that's kind of out of my wheelhouse, but I'm willing to learn. For sure. It's very against summoner nature. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Of course.
But
You've already proven you're not the typical summoner.
that's
You're
true.
very unorthodox in that front.
Yeah,
Where is the nearest live stream?
I don't know if I
Where we
can.
just were.
Probably back
On
where
the
we
other
just
side of the
were.
mist.
Unless there's, they might run underneath the temples. So if there's a temple nearby, then there would be a live stream there possibly. But they're probably only under the main crystals.
Which would be in Ifrester, because that'd be Ifrit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know where we are, how far away we are from that.
Rester is further east of Rovnir.
So even
So it'd be even more of a journey. Well,
Is there? We haven't really spent that much time on the ship. Is there? Oh, this is crazy, and I don't know if it's a thing. Is there kitchen that would have like an ice box?
We didn't really look for food.
Right? We owned the ship for about 4 hours before we crashed it.
Yeah.
But is there like a galley that would have?
I don't know.
Some
Go,
sort
Not
of
a
like-
record.
go slide back
What's that?
down there.
Not a record.
Not a record? No, like not a record. Yeah, we are a record.
Just go slide back down
It's
there and
not a-
see. Real quick.
Okay.
I'm sure people have crashed it in much shorter periods of time.
I think we can fix it if we can figure out a way to get it back to Baron.
Well,
Because that's where all the robots that fix it are. Machina. That fix it are.
honestly, I think we just need wood. And your friend here could do something to fix it.
Clank, could you fix this if we had wood?
Clank is like upside down in the sand as he was on the
Oh,
deck.
Just feet.
Clank!
Yeah, just feet.
Clank,
R2D2 in the sand.
digging Clank
We're on
out.
Tatooine.
Pull, grab his arm and...
Bear.
Yes, there we
Bear.
go. Bear pulls him out.
You see just a bunch of exclamation points like going down his face,
I'm sorry, Clank, are you okay? The ship crashed.
and more exclamation points.
If you had wood, could you fix it?
Like his head turns over to the ship, and then like exclamation point, like question mark, exclamation point, question mark.
Is this
Just-
fixable?
Just enough to at least fly. It doesn't need to
You
be
see,
completely
no.
repaired.
Oh, this is not fixable
No.
at all. Even if we got it back to...
No.
Could a new one be built?
And then there's question marks. ...
And Baron? Is there the items to build a new one?
Yes.
I think we're just gonna have to build a new one. I'm gonna slide back into the cabin and grab the little crystal.
Oh, the crystal that you guys put in the...
Mhm.
Okay.
Put it in my pocket. Because that's what makes the ship go. And then at least nobody can figure it out and steal the technology. In theory.
Well, there's got to be something we can do to get through here much
So is there an ice box in
faster.
here?
Is that a bad idea? I don't know if that's a good idea.
I don't know. The ship's gonna start to sink in the sand because it's
Are you
heavier
sure?
than the sand.
I don't think
Yes.
that's how ships work.
I think that's exactly how sand works.
I don't think this is quick.
I mean,
Yeah. I don't think it's possible.
I can try and mold earth and try and like move it away or like put more sand underneath it to kind of build it up. That's the only thing I can really think
I'm
of.
not sure that matters. We just need to find some
I mean,
way
is
that
there
we can
signs that it's
transport.
sinking?
Go ahead and make me a nature check.
Do you know? Do we know how far away we are from any town at all?
Dirty 20.
30-20. As everybody is talking and the bear has Clank upside down, you kind of notice that Clank's head's getting closer to the ground. And the bear's feet are like slowly sinking into the sand.
Okay, we need to get everything off the ship that we need. The ship is sunk.
Okay. I grab my backpack.
Okay.
I
Well,
didn't unpack.
Your armor.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Oh,
run
go
and
get
get
your
everything
armor.
I can get.
Okay. Is it? Why?
Why?
Yeah. Why?
Sinking.
Oh.
I just said that. This ship
Oh.
is sunk.
Okay. Everybody off the ship.
okay, well,
Grab some-
Milos, do what you can to slow the sink, and we'll grab everything else.
So are the provisions super rotten?
So you look in there, yeah, these provisions have been in a box for, you have no
There's
idea
probably
how
nothing
long.
in there at this point.
Yeah, it's
So-
like ash and like dirt as it has decomposed.
Gross.
Yeah.
About what I expected.
Is there any containers to grab, like, some of that mist that they used as
Oh, they
the
used
energy
it
source or whatever?
We
Oh,
used it all.
we used it all.
Yeah, you guys
oh.
burned through it all
Oh, never mind.
to escape the worm, so
I thought there was some left.
not besides what Marquies had
files.
grabbed.
Okay.
Okay. So my knowledge of resurrection is not something that's done. I mean, I've never heard of I've heard of it, but I've never seen it done until Asher. But I think we might have a couple days before the body starts to really decompose if we want to just travel a bit and see if we're near town.
Well,
Do I know it? So it's like a 2 to 3 day journey to get to Brovnir.
Hmm.
What about the distress call?
Your last you checked, if you're on foot, since you are pretty knowledgeable with maps and direction, you are pretty sure that you're probably about 3/4 of a day away from where the signal is if you guys were to huff it.
And there's no other towns closer than Brovnir, correct?
There's the capital to the west. It's about
Well,
a day and a half, but you guys do know that you are wanted criminals in the capital.
yeah, that's not a good idea.
There's a temple there. We're looking for the
How
light
big is
stream.
my raptor?
Huh?
How big is my raptor form?
Medium size.
I'm just thinking of running with it.
We also haven't slept yet.
I don't think we
Yeah.
can get that option right now.
Is there anything close? Maybe. At least close
Not-
enough for shelter.
No. Yeah, I mean, there might be a cave nearby.
Milos, why don't you go ahead and make me a nature check with advantage? Being a geomancer.
He had the ship
That's a
just slightly longer than
16.
the show, you guys.
16. So you kneel down to the sand and you send your geomantic energy out. Something that you had done plenty of times while scouting out and learning your powers. And that was to find caves in the desert. You're very adept at this. You know how. You do sense a deep cave southeast of your location. Not too far. Maybe about 15 minutes on foot.
I will reiterate this.
It's
I think-
nighttime still, isn't it?
It's nighttime. Yep.
Yeah.
So now, traveling now, obviously the best idea.
I think we should take the rest of the night and then we'll.
Sleep in the day?
Yes.
Well, where will we go?
Yeah.
Well, that's up to everyone else on what our end goal should be right now. But we know we need to find a way to get Becky back. So which way do we go?
I can try to bring her back, but I don't know if it'll work. And if it doesn't
Right now.
work,
You can try it right now.
I can try it right now.
Oh, we can all take a few steps back if you want to give it a try.
You guys are near the sinking ship yet. Are you clearing the
Yeah,
ship?
we need to clear the
Well,
area of the
yeah.
ship where it's sinking. Yeah.
Check.
I mean, we're scouring the ship. There's nothing like important that we find. I'm assuming.
No, it's supplies mostly that have been added onto the ship. They are ancient, ancient and old. You guys grab whatever you brought on board, and you Ellie grabbed the power crystal that brought the boat to life. So, besides that, there isn't really anything that's not already nailed down that they didn't add to the ship. So,
Gotcha.
My way is a lot of ifs. If I can get the summon I'm looking for, if that summon is able to
Well, how long is it
Heal.
going to take?
very long.
Then I see nothing to lose.
Except for part of her soul.
This is a small sample of my
I
soul.
mean, is that for sure going to happen?
It happens every time.
That's your decision to make.
It's for Becky.
Milos, are you telling the group about the cave that's nearby?
Yeah, I would have said we can sleep in the cave. It's not too far away. It's at least something.
Is it hotter in the desert in the daytime? Maybe
Yes.
Maybe we should just walk until it gets daytime and then find somewhere to camp.
That's an idea. I mean, it's
We're going
tolerable during the day, but it's not like comfortable.
Well. Then what's the direction we head?
Why don't we let Ellie try and bring Becky back, and then we can decide where we're going. Because we might want to go back to the capital if we know of someone. Do we know of anyone that could bring her back in the capital? Is the capital even a viable option?
We're wanted criminals.
I know that's
The
not
capital
a
is
question
an
here.
experiment if we need to use it.
One of the higher ranking scholars might be able to bring her back, or if we could find a white mage. I don't know. They're more apt in resurrection, if at all. I don't know much about them.
I think you said that this cave is not too far. Let's just go there so at least we have cover. You can try your
Sounds good to me.
thing.
Okay.
And then, depending on what happens, we'll decide on which direction to go.
Okay.
Sounds good. I will lead the way.
Okay. So it takes you guys about 15 minutes on foot. During this time, who is carrying Becky?
I probably would still be carrying Becky.
Did you ever tell us there was a distress signal we were following?
No, Becky was the only one there. I would reiterate, hey, one of my friends that I grew up with is sending a distress signal, and it's south of here, and they might have. Well, I mean, I told you about my friend Nico, so he's sent the message, the distress signal that
they would have anybody that could help Becky.
I don't know. It seems like they are on the run. I don't know if they're in a place to help us in that way. I don't know. Would I know of anyone in Brovnir like that might be a refugee that could do something like this?
I mean, resurrection magic is rare in and of itself. I mean, you have heard the occasional tale of a miracle being performed where someone was thought to be, completely dead, but risen back, but not anybody you know personally.
I'll reiterate. I don't know of anyone from Brovnir, but maybe from Frester. But if Frester has fallen, there could be people fleeing that are with this caravan of refugees. But I don't know of anyone specific.
Well, what's closer? The refugees, or?
Yes, the refugees are about 3/4 of a day, maybe a full day's trek.
Maybe we should go there?
At
least,
yeah.
At least maybe we wouldn't have enemies there.
They're actively looking for help, so they would probably welcome us with open arms, but I'm sure they're going to have their own problems.
Well, I guess we'll see what happens after we try to bring Becky back.
Okay. So, Milos leads the way as you guys are going. Asher, you definitely start to notice a number of fireflies start to hover around Becky's body.
Get back in there.
Send them back into the body.
Yeah.
Don't you try that?
Doesn't work like that. But you guys reach the cave. It is much cooler inside of the cave than it is outside, which it is getting pretty chilly outside in the middle of the night here. But you guys find the cave, and are you guys going deep into the cave or just kind of camping out at its entrance? What are you doing?
I mean, does it seem like it goes pretty far? I'm sure there's like extensive cave networks. So I'm not saying we should use the cave as like a transportation system, but does it seem like this is pretty deep?
Yeah, you know that most of the caves that run underneath the sand are pretty extensive for the most part.
I would say maybe just a little ways in.
Yeah, a good 50 feet.
Yeah.
Enough to
Sure.
Okay.
be inside and be protected.
Okay. Before I do this, I want to look through my book of heroes and see if there are any other, white mages or healers mentioned before I try to summon the one I met one time, and I don't even know her name.
So the Book of Heroes only covers the area around Emeralds.
Yeah. And Baron. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, are there any healing heroes?
I mean, as you read through the book, there is Rydia.
I
There is
remember her.
Rosa.
What is Rosa? Who's Rosa?
Rosa is a fabled white mage and archer.
Okay.
And as far as healing, that's pretty much it.
Okay. Well.
But
probably
you
best
know that Iridia's spirit is currently
occupied. And it's probably better to summon someone I've summoned once already. So, just give it a go. See how it goes. Ellie will pop her bracelet off. I'm not supposed to take this off, so don't tell literally anyone.
So you take the bracelet off, and there's this, like, sudden surge of power that kind of fills you from this land, and, like, you were stifled before, but now you're connected back to that thrum and that power underneath the ground here.
Something feels different. It's probably okay.
While she was studying the book, I feel like I would probably like lay out a cloak and put Becky's body on it and like just start like washing her or like pouring water from a canteen and like
Yeah, she
cleaning off her
does
skin
probably
and like
not want to wake up bloody.
yeah, and she's dirty, like just gross. But yeah,
She's a little charred in areas.
right. So yeah, he would probably like Asher would probably be doing that, and then he would probably like being a cleric has a connection to a god, so he'd probably like start praying to that god, knowing it's a forge god. Like probably doesn't have any like restorative magic, but like trying to make connections and just like
yeah, you're a cleric.
being like somewhat religious in that sense and like praying over her body.
Ellie looks over at you. Are you praying?
No.
No, it's okay. Can you help me?
I don't know if I have, but I can.
I don't know. Again,
send good vibes.
resurrection magic is not common, and all I know is when we resurrected you, we had
Oh yeah.
everyone kind of helped. So maybe just everyone needs to pour in some good vibes for Becky to latch on to.
Yeah. Pull her back.
If I can summon the right summon.
Yeah.
It's all dependent on that, you
Right.
guys.
It's been a day of chaos. Maybe
Yeah.
it will bend our way.
Oh God, I hope so.
So you offer up a couple of prayers to the builder, looking for any kind of help here that he's willing to offer. Ellie,
I'm gonna take the ribbon out of my hair because I recognized it from the lady that I summoned the first time that healed us all.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to try to call out to her. I'm gonna envision like her in my mind, like I was taught to do.
Mm-hmm.
This would be a lot easier if I knew her name, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. I'm gonna try and envision her. I'm gonna try and form like a connection with her through her little ribbon, and call out to her. See if that works.
Right. So you reach out. You're attempting to contact this figure once again. You reach out, and it seems like she's really far away. Like, you don't feel that tether.
She's probably a hero from the area that we were in.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Maybe even further away. You have no idea because you were just coming into your powers, and you have no idea about them.
Yep.
You're learning a little bit more. You feel a different connection. Here.
It's dangerous to pick up different connections.
These are new connections.
Ooh, tasty.
Becky would love this.
Yeah, so
She loves power.
when you pop the bangle off, there's this spark of energy, and like I said, that rush of a connection to a power deep in the land. It's different than it was in Emerald. New. Let's see what happens.
Oh boy. I need a roll.
So
Since she knows she can't reach the person she needs, she's gonna send out, like, I need a healer. I need help with a life and returning. Something like that. To try and put that message out in the world. I need somebody who can heal.
Okay.
Raise the dead, but not in a creepy way. Put the soul back in the body.
So you reach out. It's all gonna come down to our rolls.
I'm like, you made me roll.
So I need you to roll me a d10.
Okay. This
The one that looks like Becky.
one. 7?
You reach out and Poppy starts, that sigil starts to form underneath Poppy, and the rest of you see these green tendrils of energy. You're recognizing them as lifeline energy, start to kind of creep up from the ground and through the sigils, and Poppy starts to, like, float in space, and she starts to spin a little bit, and suddenly it's so bright, she's glowing so much that you have to shade your eyes, and before you, once the energy dies down, there is a figure standing there of a young girl.
Okay.
She has blonde hair, some clips holding back certain parts of her hair. She has what looks to be like an orange swimming top on, green shorts, and a belt. Some kind of holster on her side,
Oh, okay.
and a blue scarf or tassels coming off of her back.
Okay.
She has a glove on her left hand and some kind of sharp device with a sleeve on her right arm.
I know who this is, but I don't know.
She's an alchemist. You would be all about her.
And she looks at you and just kind of...
Hi. I'm Ellie.
And she, like, is like, yeah? She doesn't say yeah, but...
Do you know healing magic? No.
She shrugs.
Okay, my friend is very dead. And I would like her to not be. And I need help. And I'm guessing you probably can't help me.
She kind of shrugs a little bit, and then she reaches into the pouch on her side, and she starts to dig for ingredients.
What are you doing? I see Marquies do that sometimes. What is she doing? Marquies, what is she doing?
I need you to roll me.
No.
She
They're
is
vomit.
mixing.
Oh, no.
Mega Phoenix? Gravity Go.
Yeah, right?
Flare.
Yeah. I need you to roll me 2 different d10s. Don't add them up, I need the results of each one.
Okay. It's fine. It's fine.
This is just
Just chaos. This is chaos.
Days
This is
of
chaos
chaos.
magic here. A 2 and a 7.
Okay. Sorry, I'm going off of... I have this table off of the ingredients she used in Final Fantasy X. For those of you who don't know, this is Riku.
I think I spelled it wrong.
R-I-K-K-U.
There's 2 Ks.
Yep.
so there's not 3.
Oh.
And she pulls out. She starts like mixing some things in a vial, and she shakes it up, and it starts to like glow. And then she, from where she's at, she gives it a good toss at Becky.
Oh, what does that do? What is that gonna do?
So,
sometimes Marquies does that. We turn into different creatures.
she tosses it like
Oh, you guys-
above
Becky's.
where Becky is at, and you see the vial itself like shatters and starts like drifting this glittery gray ghostly cloth
Okay.
over Becky.
What did that do?
This is Veil of the Grave.
That's good.
Okay.
Berserker.
Okay.
You see the fireflies stop and recede back into Becky.
Oh.
Something.
For the next 10 days, Becky cannot be turned into an unsent.
Yeah, we don't need more than one.
She cannot be turned into an ashkin or undead. And she does not decompose during those 10 days.
Okay. Okay.
If you'd have rolled one more, it would have been a grenade.
Oh my god.
Wait, kill the whole party! Kill the whole party! This is perfect! This is great!
just incinerate the body.
Thank you.
I'm just like, no, cannot resurrect.
Die.
Yeah.
And she just kind of puts her implement to her side and just kind of waves off and disappears, leaving Poppy behind.
I slap the bracelet back on. Does it reattach?
It does.
Okay.
And you
That's
suddenly
perfect.
feel that connection, and you're kind of dulled back into the
Oh, I'm
senses. You
tired
feel
now.
really sluggish.
I'm really tired now.
I think we're all tired.
Oh, okay, so Becky's not gonna decompose for 10 days now. And she can't be turned into an unsent.
Okay.
Or a zombie.
Well, that's good. Then we know.
So we have 10 days to find someone who can heal her.
So
And Poppy goes,
Yes?
and she like nudges at something,
What do you
a little satchel in front of her.
Oh, I pick it up. What is this?
It has some ingredients in it and a small journal.
Oh! I read. Ew. What are these?
I don't know what.
They're ingredients.
Thank you.
It's like flowers and shit.
Flowers and
Is it in what language is the journal in?
I'll bet.
It's in one that only you speak.
Oh, this is gibberish. What does it say?
It looks like common. It's not common.
Help. Can anybody
What?
read this? Can you read this? You can't read. Can you read this?
Becky could cast comprehend language.
I'll take it. Is it in geomantric?
No, it's in Albed.
Yeah, it's enough
That's what I thought.
Oh, that makes sense.
Does it have like a title or anything? Is it literally just like a journal?
It is a journal of mixing from Riku.
Ooh. Oh my gosh, you need to translate that from Marquies right now. See? My piece of soul was worth that. You're welcome.
Wait, did you actually use a piece of your soul, or does it just have a chance of
No,
taking
no,
a
no,
piece of your soul?
no. I was told every single time I summon a hero, it chips away at my soul.
Oh, okay. That's horrible.
What happens if it's when you've used too much?
Oh, well, I don't know. I might become an unsent.
Okay.
Then we could be like the same.
No, see, it's not the same. We should also not. We should not get.
Or I'll live out my life perfectly normal without a soul, and then when I die, I don't get to go to the far plane. That's probably more likely. And then I'll become an unsent.
That sounds horrible.
Well, yeah.
I think we should
Why?
use that very sparingly.
I thought this was a pretty important time to use it.
Yes, I
Becky
don't
is
disagree.
Dead.
So, but this is good. Okay,
We had
so
10 days to find a healer.
we have. This gives us plenty of time. So from here, we can decide.
Until then, he was wearing Becky like a backpack.
Well, Ash is the most capable here.
I'm a bear.
That's
You
also
see
true.
Arahatia, like, standing there, like, pointing at you, like, mouth open, and he's like, what did she just do?
Oh, you've not seen this.
Who was that?
You said Riku, right?
I mean, her journal doesn't say her name.
It does.
We-
It does.
It
It's
totally
does it?
It's
does.
like a bedazzled and
Yeah.
It doesn't say her name. It's not Riku, I swear.
I'm guessing her name was Riku. She was probably a hero from this area.
Was she dead?
I mean, I think that they do have to be dead for me to be able to summon them.
You summoned the dead?
No, just heroes. Dead heroes. Yes.
Maybe. He takes out his book and
No.
just like...
It's
You
very
should-
rare, and people will definitely kill me if they find
Yeah,
out.
no, you should not write that down.
No one's supposed to know, which is why we went and hid in the cave. I forgot you were here.
He is the new Rosemary.
I will walk over to Araha with the journal and be like, I'm flipping through it as they're talking, and I'll be like, put my hand on her shoulder. Just be cool.
We're called vision summoners. But don't tell anybody that it's me that's doing the vision summoning. Very rare.
If I don't write your name down, could I still...
Don't put a description either, because how many very tall Vieira summoners are there in the world, really?
There
She's
are
got a
plenty
point.
of Vieira summoners, yes.
Oh, I don't go anywhere. These are the only people I know.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I've met plenty of Vieira
Oh.
summoners.
that's awesome!
Maybe just only say summoner.
I'll keep it vague.
Yeah, I heard a story about a vision summoner who summoned a really evil vision, and then it took over her body, and then she leveled a whole town. So it can be dangerous.
He just continues to write whatever you're saying down.
And then there's this guy named Cecil, and he's really cool. He's from
Okay.
Baron.
Anyway, let's decide where to go.
Maybe
have
we
10
should.
days.
Maybe we should go to the camp and see if we can help them. And maybe they know
Well-
somebody who can help us.
I understand that your friends are in distress, but we are down a member, and we're in sort of a bad state ourselves. It might be best if we try to get to a town where we can try and find some way, unless you know of anyone that your friend travels with that could help us finish bringing Becky back.
I don't know of anyone that can bring Becky back. I don't know of any friends who can. This is way beyond what we have. I don't know if Bromnir is safe. I just know that Frester has fallen. I mean, Nika would know more, but I honestly can't contact him. There might be caravans that could get us to Brovnir faster than on foot, they would know. I mean, I know the desert pretty well, but I mean, I still get lost occasionally. They probably would have like a path that they know this is how to get from here to here better than even I would. I don't want
smart.
to get
Look
lost
at a map,
and
so you
miss
know
the
how to get
oasis and just walk in circles.
Milos, do you have a map?
The ship has
Sit.
a map.
So we have a map of the
No.
desert area.
No, we don't.
I mean, I have a map up here.
Okay.
Could you draw
So-
the map?
How about this? If I can keep you oriented, you can get us anywhere we need to go.
In theory.
Well, then I think we're fine.
Would it be best for us to go to the camp? Because they know what's going on in this country, and we don't. So that we know places we should avoid.
That's a good idea.
That's a valid argument.
I just don't want to walk into another city controlled by the church where we're wanted and our faces are plastered everywhere.
Oh, I mean, the church doesn't have nearly as much presence in Brovnir as it does in the capital.
It did when you were here,
but-
but we don't know what's going on here anymore.
That's true. I'm also worried that my parents are with this refugee camp. So I would like to see them if possible. I don't know what's been going on since we've been gone. I agree with Ellie. I think we should make the day trek south, and then we can go northeast to Brovnir, which would only add another day to our trek. Again, we might find a faster route through the desert if we go find this caravan.
Maybe they
Okay.
have desert
Well-
chocobos that we could borrow, or a wagon,
No, that's not a thing.
a machina
As far as I know.
Okay.
boat, sand boat.
Din, Asha, do you concur with these two?
We should split the party.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that
What?
that's a good idea. at
This is
this
the third
point.
time we did it. It's okay.
It's gotta work sometime.
Honestly, we die less when we're split up.
Okay, so
We're not
let's one
splitting.
vote
We're
for
not
just
splitting the party.
go our separate ways. Asha, what do you think?
Well, what is closer, I guess?
The camp.
Yeah,
I feel like
the
we should-
refugee camp is significantly closer.
Let's go to the camp, learn what's going on, see if they have issues. They may have like some sort of medic that could take care of Becky. If
Okay.
they're,
Maybe.
um,
Well, I think it's settled then. We go to the camp.
Still pretty late at night, so you guys have one more watch, or rather, you'll have to start your long rest over again.
Or we go and don't sleep.
I think we need to sleep.
Yes, that's not an option. We have to
I think
sleep.
we're all pretty tapped out, just in case we do run into anything. If we
Just-
run into a
We're not
dandelion,
that far.
we might die.
We're not that far from where Marquies' body landed. I don't think. He might be looking for us still.
Well, then I think we'll just have to keep extra eyes out.
Okay.
Be extremely cautious. We'll rest, and then we'll make our way to camp. This, where your friends are and family, hopefully.
Perhaps.
Okay. I think it's settled then.
Alright. So you guys are resting. If you slept now, it'd be about midday when you guys woke up to get a long rest.
It's probably good, because then it'll at least only...
Be
the sun will be
hottest-
going back down, so...
Just
Okay.
be the hottest time of the day.
I can take first watch. I'm feeling okay, except for that I'm really worn out mentally from the summon, but I'm okay otherwise.
I could stay with you. I'm not tired. I slept a little bit already until I was woken up.
I mean, I haven't slept at all, really.
Maybe you should sleep.
Maybe an hour? No, I'm okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Who's taking second watch?
Me,
Din?
as a bear.
I
Sits
was
at
going
the
to take a
entrance
watch
and
with
starts
Marquies.
growling.
Bear cave.
Okay. Then Araha will take watch with you, Din. So, first watch. Guys, go ahead and make me a perception check.
Okay, please. Roll okay.
Right.
Okay. Oh, that's pretty good. 23.
Wow, I saw 10.
10. Ellie,
That's
pretty
a 20.
alert. Might be a little bit of adrenaline still pumping in your system. You hear this sound in the distance from the cave. The cave is pointed to the north from kind of the direction that you guys came. And you hear this kind of rumbling, and you see off in the distance this plume of sand, and you kind of catch the last back half of your guys' ship sink underneath the sands.
This
The ship has sunk.
fun while it lasted, I guess.
The captain always goes down with his ship, and Becky was the start for the captain, kind of. I mean, I was
Oof.
we're half captains, so I should have died too, I guess.
Oof,
It should have been
Survivor's
me.
Guild.
That's sad.
right.
My friends just keep dying. I don't have many of them, and they all die. Ellie's having a hard day.
You don't say.
Yeah, right? We had a hard night. Hard day's night.
Are you okay?
I don't know, that was a lot to be woken up to.
Yeah. I've never seen Milos so mad.
Did we notice his... Yeah.
Also,
Metal on his leg.
his leg tattoo. It's not really a tattoo. I don't know what to
It's
call
like an
it.
insert, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
a metal...
It's a metal.
Well, we knew it was there because I...
It keeps
Examined
You took a
growing,
piece, yeah.
and it got bigger when he was mad, and he used his big magic.
No,
I'm worried about him.
the same. I've never... He's always been so level-headed, and I know he loved Becky.
We don't know what that piece of metal is, and why it's there, and why it's growing. So, I'm kind of worried about him.
Worried about all of us.
Well,
He risked all of our lives in that anger.
yeah. Well, that's true, and now we have, honestly, just another person to add to the pile that's trying to kill us. Well, not us. This one's specifically looking for Marquies.
Usually are.
I think that was Marquies' real body.
It's real body.
Yeah. The him that he was before, the him that he is now?
Draws the same.
Yeah. Because he said when we did our watch, which was earlier tonight, he said that his body was close. He didn't realize it was hanging out on the ship.
Moving with us.
Yeah.
Why was his...
Well, I think it's a little bit of like a, you know, I read this book once where the mom and the daughter change places in their bodies.
That sounds very freaky.
It happened on
Oh,
a
boy.
Friday. And I think that's kind of what happened with their souls.
Do you think they're drawn to each other? Like, there's some metals that are drawn to each other. Do you think their souls are connected?
I don't think that's true. Maybe. I think that, I mean, Marquis said there's something about the live stream not working, which we saw, and when he died, he woke up in another body. I don't know what everything that Marquis says is true or not, because this guy says he stole his body, but maybe they both died at the same time, and their souls weren't done with their purpose, and so they stayed. You know?
Guess I thought that just made ghosts, but
Well,
I guess unsent or physical ghosts.
yeah, pretty much. So, and you know, I don't think Marquies thinks this guy stole his body, but this guy obviously thinks Marquies stole his body. So, I think I need to learn more about souls to know how to fix this problem.
Maybe if we come across a city, there'll be a library we can look into. I think all of us need to learn some more.
Yeah. I think we need to talk to a white mage. They're more in that vein
Yeah,
of healing and life.
that's their like
and
specialty.
death.
Yeah.
Summoners really just deal with death and make sure it stays dead. So I don't know a whole lot about the life part of it. But I think I need to figure it out because we've been doing a lot of both
Yeah.
of those things lately.
All right.
I'm gonna go. Who was next?
It was Din
Din
and
and
Araha.
It's your turn.
Bear noises.
Bear
Bear
noises.
grunting.
Yes.
Din stretches and then suddenly transforms into bear.
Oh, I just assumed I stayed bear the whole time.
Just gonna
When you're
be
unconscious,
a
I would
bear.
say you probably would shift back.
Oh,
so.
okay, actually. Okay, I'm just in then. Fine.
But you don't know that because you were sleeping, and when you woke up, you just I'm bare. So
Yeah.
I wake around.
Like, just make a We're always seeing you change when you sleep. You don't know that you're sleeping.
I'll wake a Raha up by tickling the tip of his cat ear. Make it do the little flicky thing.
He flaps his ear and then just kind of looks up at you and like does the cat stretch where he like digs his claws into the ground a little bit as he stretches,
Scritches.
It's your turn.
and he'll get up and start to pace, kind of practice his sword a little bit because Din's a bear and he doesn't know 100% sure if Din can understand him. So
Just gonna sit down. Sit down like a regular person as a bear. Like, sit
just
down.
back on your butt.
Start looking at your claws.
That is odd.
Write it down.
Go
He's
ahead and
gonna
make
write
me
a
a
book
perception
about
check.
our travels.
Raha is way into his book.
16.
16. Nothing too terrible. You catch a really weird smell, though, that kind of wafts into the cavern. It smells like animals, like camels or some other like be like goat, something gamey. Might be because you're a bear and you're hungry. Who knows?
I can't leave though. I'll go after them, but I can't leave yet.
All right. So your guys' watch ends, and Milos, you and Marquies have last watch.
Okay. So after Araha wakes me up and both Marquies and I are up, do we see anything in the nearby vicinity? Does it seem like anything had like I know Din and Araha were pacing and smelling and such, but does it seem like anything nearby has changed much since we slept?
Go ahead and give me perception rolls.
Natural 20.
Nicely done.
Hyper alert.
15.
15. Okay.
I was just stabbed repeatedly by someone who wants
Almost
their
dying
body
4
back,
times
so-
in a row will make you focus up a little bit, I guess.
So, Milos, not much has changed here. You see new footprints, but they're bear prints, Araha's boot prints. Yeah, not too much. The stiletto heels of Ellie in the sand. Nothing too different. And you kind of start... It is daytime outside of the cave now. And you start checking in with Marquies. Marquies, you are checking around, start at the back of the cave. Nothing out of the ordinary, but you start walking to the front of the cave, and you notice something in the distance. It looks like deer? Big deer. It's kind of shimmering because of the heat in the desert right now. All of a sudden you see these figures cresting the nearest dune. Quite a few of them. Whatever these creatures are, they have giant antlers. And they are walking south.
Milos,
Yeah.
what are those?
Do I recognize these creatures?
Once Marquise points them out, you have to squint a little bit, but you see the white antlers, and with the shimmer of the midday sun, it looks like it might be some kind of deer, but that's not right. There's no deer around here. And then they get a little bit closer, and you suddenly recognize them as a traveling group of Gariffs.
What do I know about Gariffs?
Gariffs are very peaceful unless you attack them. They will utterly obliterate you. But you know for a fact that they are the originators and keepers of geomantic magic. They are a wandering type of peoples. They usually wander from one area in the mountains during the summertime to stay cool up there, and then as it starts to get towards springtime, as it is now, they'll come back southward, and they will usually take their herds and move them to nearby oases.
Would I know that they would come through Brodnir and such? Would it be something that would happen often, or would they actively avoid people?
They would steer around cities. I mean, they would send envoys into the city for supplies and whatnot, but a lot of the times they'll trade pelts from wild game for supplies. And yeah, as they move south, they would definitely stop in Bronver, but they would not stay in Bronver, as they are, like I said, they're nomadic, so...
Right. I didn't know if it was you're our cousin adjacent, because the entire community studies geomancy, right? So I didn't know if it was you like geomancy? We like geomancy. Let's be bros. You know what I mean?
They're more old school geomancy, really old sect geomancy, where they believe that geomancy is something that is made to be more wild, more with nature than it is to be stuck in some stuffy city.
I see. They're the crunchy hippies of geomancy.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, as there's a number of druids among them as well. But a lot of geomancers, ranger types, that kind.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I would reiterate all of this to Marquies and say they're cool. I mean, we don't really interact with them much. They stop through, but they're they don't really like the city. They like to wander around. Keep to themselves.
Nomads, I see. Well, but they're not a problem, so nothing.
No, they're peaceful.
Okay. Well,
I mean, druids aren't known for doing life magic, so that's not a thing. I know. Do you want to talk about your whole body attacking you thing?
I'm not sure what to talk about.
Did you know that was going to happen? Is that something you have experienced before you should have warned us about? Or is that just something completely new, that you have an assassin body?
Well, I certainly had no idea that this person was going to show up and try and attack me, or us, for that matter. I had no idea that there was even anyone actually alive using my old body. Or Arthur's body, however you wish to put it. Whichever way it makes more sense for you to understand.
Yeah, I get it. It's not yours anymore, but it's after you, it seems.
Seems that way. They seem quite...
We'll have to keep an eye out for it, I guess.
Stubborn.
That's... If we killed it, do you know if it would come back? It didn't seem like it was ready to die.
I'm not sure, but whatever they've become, it seemed quite powerful and very unnatural.
Yeah.
So Marquies, you're kind of like sitting at the mouth of the cave, kind of watching these Gareth. They're kind of heading towards you, but like far off to the side.
Mm-hmm.
There's a number of tribes there, and from the east, you spot another group of individuals like moving towards the Gareth. Are you pointing it out to?
Where? What do I see? What is that? Is this just like another group of...
Doesn't look like Gareth. Doesn't have the horns or like any of these stark white masks that they're wearing. No slouched over bigger bodies. But there is another group that is moving towards them.
So, okay. Yeah. So just as I'm talking, I'll just kind of completely cut off. There's another group over there. They don't look the same, though. Do you know if these people have different customs in varying tribes?
Well, I know they send out caravans to go get supplies from nearby cities, but if they are completely different, maybe it's did they? Can you tell if they? And I'll like look over where he's looking. You
look, Milos, and this is a group of Hrothgar, and they are wearing royal armor.
Oh.
And they are approaching this caravan, which is odd that they're out in the desert at all. And you watch as they stop a few feet from the caravan, and it looks like there's some conversation being spoken back and forth. And then all of a sudden, chaos erupts, and you see the Hrothgar start to rip and tear into these Gareth. The Gareth try to fight back. It's a very weird sight as you see these people are... There's something odd about these Hrothgar. There's a shimmer, and it's not due to the dunes around. And they just tear right through maybe about 20 people. And the Gareth are nothing to laugh at because they are very large, very powerful magic wielders. But the fight's over in maybe a minute or two.
Do all of the guards live?
Yeah.
Fuck.
That did not look normal at all.
I've never seen the Royal Guard outside the city, for one. And two, there's no reason they would have attacked the Gareth.
This looked feral. Like, this didn't look, there was no organization in the attack. It looked like just feral creatures just eviscerating.
No, it looked like very well-trained soldiers.
Okay. So it
just
was a
slaughtering.
Okay.
Did the way they attacked make sense for a Royal Guard to attack that way? Or did it look like someone, like, stole Royal Guard and, like, are impersonating them?
Give me a history check.
Oh, that's not good. Yeah, that's only a 9.
There is something off about this royal armor. You can't put it to words right away. It takes you a while to think, but then you're like, wait a second, I haven't seen that style of armor be worn since you were a kid.
Do I know what would happen to the armor as it's, like, phased out? Like, is it destroyed typically, or is it, like, given to someone? Or...
It's usually refitted in respect to whoever, lineages, whoever comes next in the line to be a royal guard. The style definitely changes. Or, if it's the end of a line, if there's not going to be, another one in the line, they'll be buried with it.
Could we tell if these Hrothgar looked really old, like they might be, like, undead?
There was an odd shimmer about them. You're not quite sure where to put it.
Oh, fuck. Okay. I think I know what's going on.
Suddenly you see this robed figure seemingly appear out of nowhere and enter the ranks wearing a white robe. Wearing a green mask. They're just close enough that Marquies can pick up a couple of words. Marquies, you hear, "Very well done, soldiers. Find anything on them that would report to them about the traitor prince and the deposed queen." And that is where we will end tonight. Thanks for tuning in tonight, guys. We hope you had fun on our 50th episode here of Season 2. Make sure to subscribe, click that bell so you know when the next one is out. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.